What's up, guys? Joe here again. So today, I'm gonna chat to you about cardio. Which cardio is the best to do? So I get this from time to time, and people get a little bit confused about what the different cardios to do. Why? And people ask me, Joe, why do you only do slow, steady, low intensity, slow, steady cardio, which in other words called LISS. All right, so there's a LISS, which is low intensity, slow, steady cardio. There's MISS, which is medium intensity, slow, steady cardio, and then there's HIIT, high intensity, HIIT workout, high intensity interval training. Sort of got that. Right, so those are the main three. So I wanted to go through and explain what each one, is. So what's LISS, what's MISS, what's HIIT, and then what's the benefits of each one, and then talk about which one will suit you best, or what's the best approach to it. All right, so let's start with LISS, so low intensity, slow, steady cardio. All right, so low intensity, slow, steady cardio is pretty much an activity where you are able to have a conversation easily. Right, you can hold a conversation throughout the entire cardio session without a problem. Right, your heart rate's not gonna be pumping, it's not going to be very high at all. It'll be higher than normal sort of resting heart rate, but won't be anywhere near medium or high intensity, that's for sure. So a good example of low intensity, so steady cardio is just a walk. All right, so a nice steady walk where you can hold a conversation, walk around the lake, walk around the park, walking the road, that kind of stuff, walking on the treadmill. All right, so that's an example of LISS. MISS is medium intensity slow steady cardio. Right, so pretty much it's one cardio. It's a cardio type of cardio where you can still talk, but you probably can't talk for too long. Right, so this one will probably be a jog. We can jog nice and easy, and still have a sentence or two with someone, but you still, you'll be, breathing a little bit more heavily, but not as much as if you're doing a high intensity workout. All right, and then you got HIIT, high intensity. All right, so high intensity example of that is, or that would be a circuit workout. Where you something like boot camp, circuit workouts that we do here, where there is, high intensity, where you're going at maximum level to perform the activity, and then you might have a very short rest before you go again and work at your, 100%, full on energy system. So so that's that's an example of each of the three and what they stand for. In terms of what's the benefits, so if you start with LISS, low intensity, slow steady, walking, the benefit of LISS is on your body, it's less impact, so it's easy on the joints, easy on your muscles, easy on your heart, you're not, your heart's not beating, your heart rate's not getting worked up too much. And the key thing about low intensity is that it works the aerobic system. So it is gonna use only fats as its fuel. So each, there's different systems that our body uses, and with a walk, a slow steady one, it uses just fats to fuel it. And this is why a lot of people do this, especially bodybuilders who don't want to lose muscle, because sometimes if you do an activity, a particular cardio activity, you may have the body going into muscle to try and use that as fuel other than fats. Whereas if you just do a walk, the body is just going to use fats in your body to fuel itself during that walk. miss. The benefit of that probably is, it's a little bit more intense than LISS. Time-wise, it's probably more efficient for some people. But and also it is still quite easy on the joints in that. It's not too bad. And this one will probably use a little bit more of, still using fats primarily as its fuel, but it also probably look for glucose in your body as well to help it fuel as well. And probably highly unlikely it'll use muscle, but it'll be a little bit less fats used in this sort of cardio to fuel itself. High intensity, this workout, the benefits of it is it's time efficient. So if you want a really good workout that's gonna burn as much in a short amount of time, then you do a high intensity. However, it is the cardio and it's the system that will use least fat to burn as fuel, right? So it uses what we call the lactic system. So when you do high intensity, you will feel lactic acid building up in your legs and your body, right? And that's what just happens, and that's a byproduct of doing HIIT type workouts. All right, so it's fueled by primarily carbs, so glycogen. So it will look for glycogen in your body to use that as fuel. It will use fats as well, and it's very likely that it can use muscle as well. So something, again, like I say, some athletes are reluctant to use it. Bodybuilders won't, because they don't want to burn off muscle. Older people might not like to use HIIT because it's much harsher on your body. Usually you're doing ballistic workouts, especially in circuits and boot camps. Even for a run, you'll be pounding the pavement quite harshly, so be harsh on the joints and muscles and that kind of stuff. So in terms of what's the best cardio for you, so my advice, man, is to do, if you're able to do a bit of everything. All right, so don't restrict yourself. At the moment, I'm probably a bad example. I only use LISS, at the moment as a cardio, as my form of cardio, because I'm comp prepping, but I do enjoy high intensity, and it's something that I will eventually do. But really encourage, my advice is to do a bit of everything. Add a little bit of low intensity into your program. If you can do a little bit of medium, and then do a bit of high intensity. Now, high intensity, you have to be careful with. That's really a big hit on your nervous system, right? So if you're new to it, what will happen is you will feel shaky. That's your body just reacting to such a high intensity workout. All right, so especially if you're doing something like MetaFit, I always tell people you shouldn't do too much high intensity. Maybe especially MetaFit, I would only do maximum probably 3, but probably 2 is my recommendation, just because it's quite a hit on the body. And if you're doing that 3, 4, 5 times a day, eventually you're going to burn out. Eventually your body's going to react badly. It's going to get really fatigued, and also the impact on your bones for doing that kind of stuff. So my advice when you're thinking about doing high intensity stuff is you need a balance of everything. A little bit of walking, which is good, just burning the fats, a little bit of medium, blend of sort of burning fats, bit of glycogen, and that kind of stuff, easy on the body. And then high intensity, I'll do a couple of times a week, even just once a week is enough, just for getting that heart rate up. It's an efficient form of exercise to do, so to help with people, families and that, because especially if you're time poor. That's pretty much it, guys. So again, if you have any questions, hit me up.